Hey everybody, this is Dr. Dain. Welcome to this installment of the Tour of Consciousness. I cannot tell you what a great pleasure it is to be with you again from lovely Roma. Wow, what a beautiful city in so many ways. If you've never been, consider this your invitation. So, what's today's tool? Well, let me tell you a little story. Last night I had a really good friend of mine, someone I've worked with for many years. She went to grab her little plug out of the wall and something short-circuited and she got shocked so bad. It was like putting a fork into an electrical outlet, and she got shocked so bad she had burn marks on her thumbs and her fingers were going numb and she had heat in her hands and she was in a lot of pain. And her boyfriend called me and said, "Hey, will you come and work on her, please?" I'm like, yeah, with this stuff, let's see what we can do, you know? So I put my hands on her, held her hand, put my hands on the back of her neck and did some access stuff. What stuff? Well, it's a little beyond my capacity to explain in the Tour of Consciousness here, but stuff you learn in Access classes, stuff you learn in Access body classes, stuff you learn in the Access Foundation, in level 1, stuff you learn in all of Access basically, because what we'd like you to do is actually open up to the capacities that you have available. Well, I worked on her for about a half an hour. And it was so great to see her this morning because she was jumping around. She came over and gave me a hug. She said, "I'm fine. I'm totally fine. It's all gone. All that stuff that I thought was there is gone. All the pain that was in my fingers, all the numbness, all the heat, it's all gone. So I just wanted to say thank you so much." And I was like, wow. So what's today's tool? Well, what capacities do you have that you haven't acknowledged? What is it that you can change in people's lives, in their bodies or in the world, that if you'd acknowledge it, would allow that to come to fruition, would allow you to realize the gift that you are, would allow you to realize the contribution that you are, and would allow you to realize the gift that you can be to other people and to this world. Hey everybody, I'm back. We just sort of had to cut the video for a moment to thwart a robbery in progress. The Katerina, who's filming for me, had her phone on the ground here in this beautiful park in Rome, and this guy lays down like he's stretching out and goes to try to reach for her phone, and I used one of my capacities. I'm going to show you just an example of this energy. Don't jump away from the computer, realize it's coming, but realize that you have it too. I looked at him and I went, "Stop!" And strangely enough, he stopped and he pulled his hand back. Now, those of you who know me know that I'm a lover. I'm not a fighter, okay? Fighting is not I have no interest in fighting. And yet, when you need to stop something that someone is doing to someone else, or in this case, Katerina's phone being stolen, you want to have that capacity too. Now, I know a lot of you who've done a lot of metaphysical work and a lot of spiritual work have tried to look at only the good in people. So did I. It was part of why I wanted to kill myself 13 years ago, because I was trying to do everything good and I perceived so many people who weren't, and I had no place for it in my universe. I had no way in which I could realize, wow, some people just do mean things. Some people just do unkind things. Why? Because they can. It's not your fault. You just have to realize it, and when you have the capacity to stop it, when it's going to affect you or someone you love, you want to have the energy and the tools and the capacities available to do it. So, 13 years ago, I would have probably watched the guy steal the phone and gone, "Oh no." Today, don't. Okay, stop. It's a capacity that I've been willing to step into more and more and more in the last 13 years. And usually, I gotta tell you, usually I use it for helping heal people's limitations, change their limitations, and give them a greater capacity in their lives. But it can also be directed to stop something that's an unkindness coming in your direction. So, this wasn't exactly where I intended to go. Apparently consciousness has its own agenda, but thank you so much for being part of the Tour of Consciousness. This has truly been an amazing time here in Rome. So many awarenesses, so much change in some beautiful people's lives. I was here for the Access Facilitators class. Anyway, hope you're having a marvelous time in creating the life and living you truly desire. What if you, truly being you, are the gift and the change this world requires? I look forward to being with you next time, beautifuls. Bye-bye.